We are live, and we are also live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. So Instagram, hello, pause due to poor connection. Maybe we are going live on Instagram. Maybe we are not. We'll find out. But they won't be able to see me. You'll only be able to see me on Instagram. So it keeps pausing.
That's right. Because I'm an Instagram ninja. People can't see me on Instagram. Unless they follow me. In which case, that can be awkward at times. I was following someone in real life, IRL, as you say, and I tried to give them a poke, and they did not give me a like. They gave me an unlike and a restraining order. So,
oh
you just got
dear.
to be careful when you mix social media and real life together, how different they can be at times. And welcome everybody to one of my most favorite subjects in life altogether, and that is humor, smiles, laughter, joy, and the overall benefits you can have by having that in your workplace, in your daily life, in your sales communication. So if you're speaking sell from stage, humor is very important, and we'll talk a little bit about how and why. And even in Jason's How to Sell from Stage event, there are certain elements specifically there for you to add humor. And humor can do a lot of different things in a lot of ways. And understanding how humor can work is highly beneficial. Hello, Facebook user. I don't know. I saw someone pop up. I'm not
me.
sure who it is, because I only see it as Facebook user.
I think it might
but
be
whoever
me.
it is, we're very appreciative that you're here. And Amy might know who you are on her end, but I
That's
don't.
Ginny. It's Ginny.
It's who?
It's no, Ginny is on Twitch. I just posted. Let me go on the Facebook. I'm not seeing who it is. I do not see.
It's someone coming in from one of the Facebook sites. Drop your name in, so
we know
as
who
I
you
can
are.
say hello to hello you. Anyway,
and my Instagram is completely failing. It just keeps going pause due to poor connection. Pause due to poor connection. I'm gonna end this live because I think it's not good. Hi guys. Sorry.
Instagram is a lot like a broken relationship. It pauses due to poor connection. You got to have that connection, folks. Hey, Damien. Good to see you. Good to see you. So we're talking about humor and the power and the benefit of humor. Humor, one, for yourself, makes you healthier. It increases dopamine, serotonin, reduces the cortisol in the body. So it gives you a positive response. G'day, Sherry. Oh, thank you very much. I like when you guys drop your names in. It helps me out. So yeah, humor, where can you have it? Now, very good in your own personal life. Why is it beneficial in a business or sales situation is one of the most key elements, whether you're a leader or whether you're doing a sales situation. The very first step is you have to connect. There has to be connection. And humor actually enhances your likability. It builds rapport. It creates a memorable experience. It makes people trust you more, captures the attention. It actually increases your perceived competence. Because when you say business or sales, which for most people can be a stressful situation, when you can add humor, people see you as more confident. You're less affected by the stress. So by adding that humor in can be positive on so many different ways. Now, there's ways in which you can do self-deprecating humor to equal the field. When people see that you're greater than or less than, or there's a separatism, and it's like, oh, I can never be as good as you, you can do a little bit of self-deprecating humor. And that's the only time you should use it. The rest of the time, do not use self-deprecating humor, because that reduces your authority. It reduces your ability. Yet being able to make a little bit of fun of yourself is kind of balances the ground, so to speak. A little bit of self-deprecating humor makes you just as normal as everybody else without it being considered a negative thing. But if you only do self-deprecating humor, then that can turn into an actual negative. So a lot of people to try and make the mood combined will do self-deprecating humor, and then they fall into that trap. And they're doing it because they're nervous. But there's a lot of different areas in humor. I've done it for pretty much my whole life. So
yeah. I don't want to interrupt, but in the chat, we've got Alan in there, and they're saying if they're laughing, they're listening. And that's exactly it. Like, one of the biggest currencies that we can get right now from people is focus, people's attention, right? And that is a huge high currency if you think about social media and you think about like your competition on social media and how loud and how noisy the marketplace is, that everybody's vying to get this focus and this attention. And humor is one of the things that instantly grabs that focus from people. It's like, think about the brands that you relate to, and you think about them. Like, I think immediately I think of Progressive insurance commercials. They're hilarious, and I remember them. And insurance to me is one of the most boring things on the planet. I'm like, it's just something we need, right? But they've made that brand. They've connected with me with that brand through their humor.
An example of, like, Amy and I do a lot of different things for different coaches and entrepreneurs in regards to their social media, because that's the mainstream of soft advertising or warm advertising you can do is through social media. And one of the accounts I started just for fun, Amy goes, "Do you know you've got 9,000 followers in that account?" I'm like, "No." And that account is based around humor. I was just dropping some stuff in there. I started a few years ago. Wasn't paying too much attention to it, but I was just adding humor in there. And next minute, there's 9,500 followers. And I'm like, oh, I should pay a little more attention to that one.
It was really funny because I was actually posting. It was just like a couple weeks ago. So back when Facebook, it was a while ago, like I don't even think you posted anything in that account for years, really, honestly. It's been sitting there for a while. And the concept was around Jamie's birthday. He wanted to create a day where everybody laughs. And it's he called it International Laugh Day, and we were at one point we were going to try to petition and try to make it like an actual international day where people like bring in humor and enjoyment and joy. And so it's called International Laugh Day on Facebook, and we were just messing with it. It was one of those accounts. I created a whole bunch of Facebook accounts back then because I was experimenting and learning about algorithms and learning about
marketing, sales.
Yeah, marketing, sales, search engine optimization. And it was one of the ones that I just created for Jamie as just a joke. And literally haven't posted in it in years, haven't looked at it really in a long time. And 2 weeks ago, I'm posting, and Facebook has this new thing as a creator where it goes, would you like to post to these other accounts? And it shows the amount of followers behind each account. And I went, International Laugh Day has 9,000 people. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I mean, it's got more than accounts that I've been pushing and working for and trying to make happen. And there's another account that I've been really working on hard, and it has 1.2K followers.
Add some humor to it.
Right, exactly. That's exactly it.
Humor is very powerful. Damien says that if they're laughing, they're listening. And that is it. Laughter does one thing, gives you a response as a speaker to know that what you're saying is being heard. Now, it also does something else that's highly valuable. Amy mentioned before, focus is currency. Focus is the currency that we're looking for. If you don't have their focus, you cannot sell them. You cannot sway them. You need to get their focus first. You need to connect and get their focus. Now, one of the most primary way to get focus is a combination of novelty, something's different, and emotion. Now, laughter, humor, jokes create the novelty and the emotion simultaneously. It's one of the best ways to create focus and to create group consciousness. Group consciousness, whether you're in a physical space or a virtual space. Group consciousness is an energy of thought form that is either working for you or it's working against you. And humor is the absolute number one way to create that, because one, there's novelty. Humor always is related to novelty, juxtaposition, change, the sequence of three. These are elements with already naturally in humor to get a laugh. Then you've got the emotion, happiness, joy, great emotions to be connected to you, the person that just gave them that emotional experience, which leads into the law of reciprocity, where you made them happy, they want to make you happy. They feel better about now doing something for you. And you lead them towards a buying decision, whether it's buying a concept, buying an idea, buying a product, or buying a service. And that depends on a number of little integrity elements within you about where you should guide them. Yet humor is the most powerful element to be able to do that.
Now, where I get excited around humor is psychologically what it's doing to us and to our brains. Number one, it is very healthy. There's a lot of health benefits around laughter, and there's even like a whole laughter yoga thing that looks and sounds ridiculous, but really fun. And they've shown that, like, through that breathing and all of that. But psychologically, what humor does to us and what laughter does to us with another human being is it increases our trust. And trust, I'm sure you've heard in sales, they need to know, like, and trust you in order to buy from you. They need to know, like, and trust you. Humor is one of the fastest things that builds trust psychologically, and it's so ingrained in us, literally so ingrained to us. And the reason is because there's only 2 times in our lives where we're making eye contact with each other and breathing at the same pace. And one of those is laughter. Can you guess what the other one is, Jamie?
I'm thinking about it right now.
I didn't need that visual.
Okay. Awkward.
It is that intimate thing we do where we're face to face and we're breathing at the same rate, right? And so what that means is that when you make somebody laugh, when you have the ability to create laughter, create a smile, or create even like a little chuckle in another person, they literally trust you as much as if they were getting into bed with you. I mean, that is absolutely huge, right? That is absolutely huge. And that is why those charismatic people are so funny. And that's part of that charisma, is being able to present humor and know when the right time to present it is, know how to present it, know, it's like Jamie is very, very skilled at humor. Like, he can take we can be in some of the most serious situations, and he is able to bring humor into it in a classy way, in a way that doesn't detract from what's actually going on, and in an appropriate manner. I think where a lot of people kind of feel really awkward and get unconfident around their humor is that they're not sure when and where it's appropriate, or they have beliefs of when and where it's appropriate. Right?
Yeah, because humor is not always it has all these benefits, yet you have to be reading the environment. You have to be observing the environment. And humor does a powerful thing in tense situations. It actually reduces tension. So being able to alleviate the tension by making a little joke, yet don't make fun of the product or the experience. Now, that may seem a little confusing. See if I can reframe that a little bit better for you. So in Amy and I are in a high stakes negotiation meeting before, and everyone was getting a little bit heated because we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars in this negotiation. And so someone put down the price and it was big. And I'm like, oh, so that's in Japanese yen, not a problem. And we'll throw in a sushi roll. And they're like, no, that's US dollars. We're like, ooh, okay, we need to do some reframing. That little moment of, I knew that it was US dollars. They knew, and they also knew that it was a big price. So that moment just created a little bit of a laugh. But if I was to then make a joke about, I know, something irrelevant, it would have broken the connection element. If I make a joke about this thing over here, there's like, last night my dad went out on a date, blah, blah, blah. And it was kind of like an inappropriate or a non-connected joke, then that would disconnect. And you want to connect and alleviate tension. So you have to be aware of how to use the humor, not just humor is beneficial. So alleviating the tension is great, especially in a sales situation, because some people can feel it just takes a bit of the pressure out and builds the connection for you to bring the pressure back of, hey, you've got a decision to make here. It's one way or the other. So humor, highly beneficial. Now, one of the tricks you can do, there's a number of improv brain entrainment exercises that have the very act of you playing them out creates humor. It also creates positive brain focus and attention. It also enhances your imagination and your creativity, and your imagination and creativity enhances your humor. So go find some improv troupe and just do their training night. Learn to play again as an adult.
Learn to
Because
play.
when you can play, doesn't matter what circumstance arises, you can be the master of that situation unaffected by the stress elements.
Exactly. And injecting humor into sales, it not only lightens your mood, but it builds a rapport, makes you memorable. Laughter is literally a universal language that breaks down barriers. And it creates a positive connection that can turn your prospects into a loyal customer. And so Jace does this very well. Jace has when you sign up with Black Belt, one of the events he has is called Rock the Stage. No, he does have Rock the Stage. Be funny, make money. Be funny, make money is awesome. It is 3 or 4 days, and you're basically learning like how to add humor into your scripts, how to add humor into your presentation, how to grab people's focus really quickly when the audience is starting to wane. Humor enhances likability. Yep, humor makes you more relatable and likable. When prospects enjoy interacting with you, they're more likely to trust you and be open to your sales pitch. Likability is a key factor in influencing purchasing decisions. That's right. It's exactly right. So it's super, super valuable when you are able to add those, and it can be trained. Yeah, it's like if you feel uncomfortable with your funny right now, we could get you to like a medium funny. You might not be like Jamie funny, but at least like a medium funny we can get you to.
If you're not getting any laughs, just call me up and I'll laugh at you. My laugh at rate is $50 an hour. But my laugh gets higher.
$50 a minute, Jamie. $50 a minute.
50. You can choose from low laughs, medium laughs, or high laughs. Ho, ho, ho. There's an example of.
Somebody said a simple suggestion. Presenters who aren't naturally funny often telegraph it with phrases like, "You're going to love this. A funny thing happened and you had to be there." These phrases rob the listener of surprise. Drop those phrases and you'll be perceived as funnier. I love that. That's a great suggestion.
That is good. That is good. And another way you could be funny, especially when you're doing a presentation. Presentation's super easy to be funny. Grab a 30-second or a 60-second Super Bowl commercial that is hilarious and just tie that into what you're talking about. Because those commercials relate to human beings going through a quick story. And you can your product or service also relates to human being going from a you're here now and you could be here later situation. And you can tie them together so easily. No matter what the commercial is, you can link that into your sales pitch or your storyline or your presentation by going, well, hey, let's have a look how this person handled their current situation. Show the commercial and go, now you can be like them, or you can choose some smart steps. It doesn't really matter what the video was on. You can tie that in. That's a quick, easy, simple little trick for you to get a bit of humor into your presentation, no matter what it is.
So if you're not funny or you're not confident in your funny yet, borrow the funny is what we're saying.
Borrow the funny.
Borrow
And
the funny.
it doesn't matter what the venue. For example, my sister worked Canadian government, computer programmer, finance. So not your normal, hey, stand-up comedy bar kind of experience. Yet her presentation, she would often call me and say, hey, is there something I can do to make this more entertaining? And of course, I go straight for the humor aspect of it. And she added it in. And she asked me to do a couple little videos for her so she could play them as examples of different personality types within the structure of the software she was creating to do with financial bookkeeping. I mean, let's not say where I go to research when I want to have some fun time. These videos are still being shared around the office now. When someone does something, you're like, oh, you're being a ladybug. You're tentative. And then there's me as a ladybug going, hey. So those videos, like this is 10 years later, it created morale within the company. It addressed elements that are tough to talk about directly in an indirectly humorous way. She actually got a promotion 6 months later. And I think it's all because of me. I may be wrong. It may be diligence, hard work, and intelligence, though I consider myself a part of that.
That's funny. That's funny. Cool.
Sure.
Well, again, we've got, like I said, we've got for Jace, you can learn to be funnier. You can join his program. If you're interested in working closer with Jace, feel free to reach out to me. We'll hop on a call and we'll just see if it's right for you right now or if it's going to work. We also have an event coming up in Bali. We have moved the dates to October, but we're very excited about it. We're bringing 3 professional comedians. We're bringing Tom Cotter. Let me just pull this guy up. Let me just show you guys. You guys might remember Tom Cotter.
He placed second place in America's Got Talent.
He placed second place in America's Got Talent. This is him. Let me just share my screen real quick.
Oh, you're going to do a screen share.
I am going to do screen share.
While you're fixing that up, let me just give somebody who wants to know a little bit about how comedy works. Comedy, when I was talking about the number of 3, you have the setup, the story, the juxtaposition. Setup, story, juxtaposition. So, hey, I was walking down the park and I stepped, I'm trying to make up a joke. I stepped on this brown thing and it was sticky. Setup, story, juxtaposition. It was a stick. It's that stupid thing. But if you're looking, when you're looking to do that in your own stories or presentations, remember that it's going to, step 1 is the setup, what's happening, then the story, why it's happening, and then the total juxtaposition. You lead them this way, and then you totally turn them 90 degrees sideways. And Tom's a great example of this with his one-liners. His very quick one-liner comments will show you how quickly he can take your brain in one direction, take it sideways, take it sideways, take it sideways. And he builds on often with his story. He's got his one setup and story very short, and then juxtaposition to juxtaposition.
This is America's Got Talent. This is probably a safe one to show, right?
Yeah, that one's probably safe.
Okay, we'll go here.
You're risking it with us all, folks, here live.
And my father said to me through the bars of the jail cell, because he was in the next cell, he said, "You're no son of mine," which hurt me, and it confused my mother. She was like, "Damn it, how did he know?" I was a bad kid. I would sneak over to my neighbor's house late at night, and I would bounce up and down on their trampoline. Nope. That was their daughter's name, Arlene. And in high school, I got caught shoplifting.
Okay. Anyway, that's Tom Cotter. He's married to a wonderful lady named Carrie Louise, and she's on Showtime and Last Comic Standing. She's in a Showtime show right now called Funny Women of a Certain Age. She is my soul sister. Fantastic. Oh, hi gang, fantastic to talk to you. Jamie, where can we look at your comedy? Love your tone. You start finding him on social media. Jamie doesn't do stand-up, although he should. I've been trying to get him to do it for years.
I did do some stand-up once up in Tacoma.
And why? Why did you do that stand-up, Jamie?
Because Amy challenged me. Amy got up and did stand-up the week before.
Your wife challenged you.
Amy got up, did stand-up the week before. Half of it was about being married to an Australian. So I had to get up on stage.
And did you know?
And correct the argument.
And when I did the stand-up the week before, did you have any idea I was going to do that?
No.
What did I say? I said, hey, Jamie, let's just do something different. Let's go to like an open mic night tonight. And Jamie's like, all right. And I had been planning it for like a week. I was like, in my head, I was like rolling this 3-minute comedy. Were you a comedy writer? Well, Jamie's not a comedy writer, but he totally could be. He's written shows for Warner Brothers Movie World and Universal Studios Japan. He is a stunt performer that writes comedy, that does comedy, like comedy stunts.
Yeah, I do comedy characters for a lot of different companies. As a micro influencer, they send me a product and they want a humorous take on their product to put out as commercials. So I'm usually just hired freelance for that. One of my main characters is the Australian nature guy, where I don't know where I place my hat, but it's kind of the crikey, mate. You wouldn't believe what I just discovered. It's remarkable. It's this little fella. It's a mouse. Whoop, whoop, whoop. No, calm down, you little critter. He's excited because he's got 5 gigahertz bandwidth and he can just run all over the place with it. That's right. And look, that rare breed with no tail. A marvelous little critter, this. So there's that nature guy. Usually I'm out in nature, of course, doing those kinds of things.
He pops out from behind a bush or a rock or something.
Or a tree.
Talks about a product as the nature guy.
And then I also have
find it all over Amazon.
I actually have a pink taffeta outfit with big pink wings and a blonde curly wig. And I'm Cupid. I get a lot of requests around Valentine's Day leading up to it. But I'm Cupid that's been doing this for 5,000 years. And I'm just tired of it. I'm like, hello, I'm Cupid. Yes, I know. My profile picture was taken thousands of years ago. My agent won't let me change it. Anyway, I'm here because Julie thinks you're hot. Ooh, yay for Julie. She could have just gone over and gave you a hug. Don't know why she's getting me to shoot an arrow at you. Anyway, Barry, hope you have a great day. Julie's got a surprise for you. Don't get too excited, Barry. It's not that surprise.
My other favorite is your bed bug. The bed bug is hilarious. It's like this sped up bed bug. He jumps out of bed and he jumps out of bed.
I got these big glass eyes and
like he's big. It looks like a bug, and he's got like this like arms that kind of hang out like this. Like it's like this shirt that kind of like it's like this bug. And he's like, I'm a bed bug, and he speeds up the voice. I'm here to bug you. Hey, Julia, clean your room, take out the rubbish, kind of thing. It's pretty funny.
You don't get dessert unless you've done your homework. You don't get dessert unless your homework. Go do it. Go do it now. I wrote with the stunt work I did a lot of comedy physical theater as well with that. As well as like real live action stunt shows and movies, TV, film. Yet humor is so powerful in so many ways. Start to look at where you can increase the humor in your life. Start to look at watching at least one comedy a week. That's your homework, folks. Improve your health, watch one comedy a week, and check out the different kinds of things that can make you happier. Life is so much better when you're happier. No one on the planet disagrees with that. Yet we forget about it and do all these other elements that reduce our happiness?
He did the bed bug for my birthday one year. I'm pretty sure that's Ginny. Yeah, and Lucia, I posted a link there, you guys. That's our Amazon link. That's Amazon Live. We go live on Amazon twice a week. You guys are more than welcome to jump over there. If you click through there and shop on there, we do make money. We do earn commissions on that. So I have to disclose that. And almost everything that you see on our live is sponsored. I also have to disclose that. But feel free to click through there and go follow our channel. Go follow us on Amazon. And if you scroll to the bottom of Amazon when you're looking at a product, or sometimes in the top, and you look at some of the user-generated videos, that's where you'll see a lot of our humor, because we are talking about the products on Amazon. Somebody says, simply a joke is two stories. The first includes the misdirection. The second, the punch, is the surprise. The bigger the juxtaposition, the bigger the potential laugh. Little comedy there. A joke is two stories. The first includes the misdirection, and then the second is the punch. Gotta fly. Break a leg, folks. Thank you. Awesome. Good to meet you guys too. So if you guys want more, you can book a call with us, and you can talk about Humorpreneur. You can talk about Jace's programs. We can talk about, I can take a look and I can go through your sales funnel and take a look at where money might be leaking out of your current sales funnel. I can give you a sales makeover. I'd be happy to spend some time, get to know you personally a little bit better. Let me grab a calendar here, a link for you guys, and you guys can pop in there and book a call with myself or with Jamie.
And on our Amazon shows, we love interaction. So by all means, you're not just watching us there talking about life and products. Ask us a question. Let's have a good old chit chat, have some fun. We actually have some improv games on there, and a couple of the guys and gals will try to stump us with jokes. So it's actually a fun time.
Yeah, it's actually really fun. We have a blast. We do have a blast. Let me just take some of these.
So yeah, for basically today, just realize that humor, being lighthearted, is very powerful. I like to think of it like the king tide on a full moon. It doesn't look like much, but the power of it is deep and subtle, and you can be uplifting for everybody in your environment when you start to see life a little happier and add a little more enjoyment.
Exactly. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. We will see you guys back here next week at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Have a fabulous day. What should they remember, Jamie?
Hey, folks, remember that it can be a tough world out there. Everybody's going through some struggle. They're either in the midst of it, going into it, or coming out of it. And there's something that you can do to make the world a much better place. It's quite simple. Share a smile. So smile at a stranger. Now, if you're adventurous, also give them a little wink.
See you guys later.